let me just be clear with this. Because there was talk that Kyrie wasn't going to get that max deal.
Right.
Look at me. He's getting that max deal.
Oh my God.
You don't think he's going to get a max deal?
We were doing so well. We were doing so well. I mean, we just had crazy.
So I just want to, he's going to get a max deal.
From whom?
Perhaps the Nets, but there's going to be a litany of teams that will line up to give him a max deal.
Kyrie will never, in his living days as an NBA player, ever see a max deal. I don't care. As far as everybody's concerned, and I don't want to put it this way, but right now they're looking at Kyrie as a guy that's he's in the eyes of some, he's well behaved right now, and that's how they're gonna see him.
And that may be the case.
And he's well behaved, and he's not causing any drama. There's no way. How many players have displayed dysfunction
and were able to do a 180 or at least compartmentalize that aspect of them to focus on the matter at hand, which is playing ball? You think that Kyrie is playing possum, that he has all these things bubbling under the surface, and as soon as I sign the deal, then all of a sudden I'm gonna wear Koofy at the game? I mean, like, no.
Yeah, I kind of think so.
No,
I mean, you know,
he is who he is.
We wouldn't have a problem with that. He is who he is.
He is who he is, and I don't think he's compromising that. But I do think that his play, this is results driven. That the league is about results, and he is playing at a high level. He is playing himself into a max contract. He's playing himself into a max contract.
Into what I think would be probably at the most a 2-year with a player option in the second year. That's about it. They're not. I don't care if Kyrie.
Okay,
goes on,
so those 2 years is going to be. It's going to be $50 million a year. He's going to get 2 years, $50 million. He's going to whatever that 220 max is. He's going to get every dime of that. He's going to get every dime.
Not only are you dealing with potentially just being a distraction, but Kyrie is injury prone too. So, I mean, you're going to have to factor all of that stuff in when you get ready to re-sign him. And there's no way. Now, they're going to offer him a contract,
both of your
but he ain't getting no max.
You're talking about injury prone as both of your stars and ice baths.
No, they are. No, but I'm saying.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
Just like AD. AD would never see a max deal, only because of his injury history. But when you factor in Kyrie injury and his distraction, is the potential to be a distraction.
So you really don't think Anthony Davis, somebody is going to be willing to pay him max money again? You really think that? Teams have money to burn. Money to burn. They got money to burn. They will figure out.
So.
No, did Joe Johnson at 55 years old get a $100 million contract?
Which was a bad contract. That was a dumb contract.
The point is, if it's not about if it's a good or bad contract. It's if a team is willing to pay the money. If you're saying Anthony Davis has seen the last max contract of his career, is what you're saying?
So. Yeah, I do.
Absolutely not.
I think
Absolutely
so.
not.
I don't think he's going to get another max deal because again, his injury. He was just playing. Just what? 5 minutes ago.
When the show started, he was playing.
Right, he was playing.
And then the ankle touched all the way.
You're not investing that. Not in strapping up your team with a salary cap, with luxury tax, and all these other things, and you're going to have to put players around him too. There's no way. There's no way. They're not going to. There's no way he'll ever get one only because of his
out
injury.
The wazoo.
He'll get money, but he's not going to get a max deal. No one's going to give him a max deal. No.
You don't think he'll get that even on a bum team? I didn't say he was going to get that on a contender.
That's the last team that will pay him that almost. They won't. Because you're talking about a bum team is going to have to rebuild around a guy who's not even going to be there to rebuild around because he's going to be hurt. Like, and he's only going to get more injured as his career progresses. He's getting older, so he's not going to be more healthier. So that's it. No, there's no way you give Anthony Davis a max deal. And Kyrie, definitely not a max deal. You can't trust him. You can't. Plus, he's injured. Kyrie has not played a full season in the last 5 to 6 years. He's missed about 2 NBA seasons in total when you combine all of the injuries over the last 5 years or so. He's no way.
So let me ask you a question, just hypothetically speaking. The Nets go on to win the NBA championship.
Yeah.
They don't extend Kyrie. They don't give Kyrie a max deal.
Not a max deal. No, still won't do it. I still won't do it. No.
Okay. No. And no other team looking on. If Kyrie becomes an unrestricted free agent, no team is going to give him a max deal.
No team definitely. No way. Because you got nobody. Because who can be able to even corral Kyrie? Nobody can do it. The only player that was ever able to do that was LeBron. No one is able to bring him in. And so if he doesn't have a KD, who's not really that type of guy to really, be responsible for guys like that. I mean, he loves Kyrie. He's a good friend of his. Obviously, he supports him. He defends him, which he's done to the end, even in Kyrie's just, some of the ill-advised things that he's done. I'm not talking about this last issue, but some of the other stuff prior to, or maybe just certain things he was outspoken by. KD has stuck by his side. You're not going to get nobody that's going to do it like that. And again, my whole thing is with Kyrie is that winning a championship does not lock him in. Kyrie is not locked in. He's much like what you just talked about with he's another Aaron Rodgers. Talented. I don't need practice. Who has to practice? Ain't no practice. You don't need. Kyrie is an artist in motion. The boy is straight legit. There's no better baller out there than Kyrie Irving. Like Aaron Rodgers is with a football. Aaron can throw the ball 70 yards in his sleep. Kyrie could dance on everybody with no eyes. It doesn't matter. But he's not. He love his new eyes. Love that new dribble. It don't matter. Right. But he's not committed. He can win another chip. He's already a champion. So it's not really anything that's going to be like, okay, now I feel more committed. That I mean, Kyrie's not interested. Look, money, basketball, that stuff does not move him like that. So there's clearly something else that's motivating him, what I believe, that's got him really kind of staying below the radar, playing some outstanding basketball, even in the absence of KD. He's balling. There's no question about it. I think he'll get a deal, but not a max. They're going to offer him a 2-year contract with a player option on the second. And if he doesn't take it, then that's it. Is
that money going to equal? Ultimately is what? Do you think, and this is football and not basketball, but do you think Kirk Cousins cares that he didn't get a quote-unquote max deal when he ultimately got franchise tagged to exceed what he would have gotten?
Exactly.
Kyrie is going to get every bit of $220 million, whether they give it to him in day-by-day increments. If each hour we're going to give you $5,000. Listen, he's going to get $220 million.
Okay, answer me this question then. If Kyrie does something that creates a major distraction between now and the end of the season, all right? Do you think they'll sign to a max deal if he does something?
First thing, I don't think he will. I think his
but if he does, let's just say if he no, but I'm saying this is part of the questioning, so we can understand some of the reasoning here. If Kyrie, we don't want him to. I don't think he will either. I just don't think they're going to give him a max contract. But let me kind of challenge your point a little bit.
Okay.
What if he happens to do something that brings distraction and an unwarranted or unwanted attention to the Nets organization, and it gets blown up all over like his last episode was again, and we both agree that what he did, we didn't think was any wrong. We understand there's a lot of other stuff tied to that that's unfair to Kyrie. But I'm saying, no matter what it is, if something else is anonymous and it brings negative, pessimistic attention to this team in some way, shape, or form by way of distracting them, do you think the Nets will sign him to a max deal?
Let me just counter you with a question. Do they go on to win the championship?
Yes, they still go on to win the championship. Okay. I'll give you that. You can
220. 220. Do you understand what 220 is?
Okay, but now that you modified my question,
that's a different outlet.
Let's pull. Okay, but let's pull the championship equation. Let's pull the championship piece out of the equation. Y'all go to say the conference finals, or let's just get to conference finals, or even to the finals, but y'all lose. But Kyrie, between now and that time, brought distraction to the team that was not good, negative. Nets had to once again navigate through it all, find a way to make it work, keep the guys focused, trying to still play good basketball, but yet all of this attention again, Kyrie. Do you think that the Nets, they don't win the championship, but they get to the conference finals as probably is expected if they stay the way they are, right? But Kyrie brings a distraction. Do you think the ownership of the Nets is going to sign him to a max deal? If he has one more distraction, similar to the height and visibility of the last one.
2 counters on that. No, because it's not black and white.
Why is it not black and white?
So how well does he play? How well does he play down the stretch?
Kyrie plays well all the time, so we don't need to go into that. Kyrie is never not playing well, so we don't even have to enter that in. We know that he's going to ball regardless, so don't even bring that in. My question is yes or no. If he distracts them one more time to the level of what he did before and in prior times, right, do you think they'll sign him to a max deal?
It depends who he offends.
Oh my God.
It does. If Kyrie went on a there are groups of people that you can offend, no problem. It's accepted. It's okay. And there are groups that you cannot offend.
Right.
So yes, that does matter. In context, that does matter.
Okay.
So it depends who he offends. It depends how he plays. And I will say this, I feel confident in this. Kyrie is going to be on the Nets as long as Kevin Durant is on the Nets. That's why I'm saying that they are a package deal.
I don't think so.
I think that
once was the case, but this ownership after what happened this last time, I don't because of who he offended.
So be willing to lose both of them. I mean, from the Nets standpoint, that be willing to lose both of them.
Well, KD would have to get traded. I mean, that's the only way he can get out of the Nets, unless he just forces
No, that's not the only way.
Right? I mean, he's still under contract. He can't go nowhere.
He can, but he can also say, you know what? My pinky toe hurts. Listen. He can
gonna pull a James Harden.
He can pull a James Harden and sick. Yo, I'm on sick call. Chest. My chest. I feel a little phlegm. He will get out of there, and I think if the team, it depends on how they win and how they lose.
But if the fact that you have to put and here's the whole premise behind my question. You say it depends on who he offends, when he offends him, how he offends him. The fact that you have to even say that.
No. I'm basing it off the Nets. I'm basing it off the
off the Nets. You talking about the ownership of the Nets?
Kyrie is going to get a max deal regardless. I'm hoping it's with the Nets. I'm telling you that there is a team.
If he don't get it with the Nets, he ain't getting it with nobody. I'm telling you, nobody in the league is, because if they were as much as you had Kevin Durant. You got Jacques Vaughn now. Again, we're all going on the speculation graph, let's just say. These are all hypotheticals. If he was to mess up again. But I don't care if he doesn't mess up again. They're still not taking that chance on him. They will offer him a contract, but they're not. Now, the people that have to get buy-in in that, Jacques Vaughn, who they're going to extend, as we know, he would have to have buy-in on that. Kevin Durant, obviously, have buy-in.
Who has 3 more years on his contract, but okay.
They all would have to say, yes, we believe that we can work with him, blah, blah, blah. But I still, even with that level of buy-in or influence that they carry, because I don't think KD carries that level of influence or ownership, not anymore, not like he used to. I don't think so, because you haven't won anything. Y'all haven't done anything. Yes, injuries have derailed any level of success that people have thought you guys would have had. But at the end of the day, you got to win something to have some cachet. All in honesty, KD, you're a bus rider. Okay?
That's why,
it don't matter.
My goodness.
He's a bus rider. He's a bus rider. It don't matter. Like Shaq called him out the other day. Told me he's a bus rider.
We were doing well. We should have ended this show 10 minutes ago.
You know what?